Meet David. He lives in a pretty typical suburban town, and he is what you might call a high-energy kid. David is curious, he moves fast, and sometimes things just happen to break when he's around. Just the other day, his dad came home to find the living room looking like a tiny tornado had hit. A knocked-over chair, torn-up paper all over the floor. It was quite a mess. Now, because this happened in their own house, the rule is straightforward. His dad had to hire someone to fix the furniture and clean it up, paying for it straight out of his own pocket. Think about your own house for a second. Have you ever accidentally broken a window or dropped a plate? Who had to pay to replace it? Usually, it's whoever owns the house. That is how private property works. One person or family owns it, and if it gets damaged, they are the ones on the hook for the bill. But the rules get a little more complicated when you step outside your front door. The next day, David and his dad board a bus. They are heading out of town to visit a relative for the week. Knowing his son's habit of causing a ruckus, his dad gives him a very clear warning to behave himself on the trip. For the first hour, everything goes smoothly, but soon the gentle rocking of the bus lulls his dad to sleep. David tries looking out the window, but it's dark. He is incredibly bored. And in a shared public space, that boredom becomes a risk to property that doesn't belong to David's family. Bored, David spots a tiny piece of foam sticking out of a hole in his seat. He pulls it and realizes it feels pretty fun to squish. He decides to pull out enough of this foam to make a soft ball as a present for his cousin. Before long, he has completely ripped up the seat cushion, creating a massive pile of sponge. Needing something to wrap his present in, he gently wakes his dad up. His dad takes one look at the destroyed seat and starts yelling. The sudden noise wakes up all the other passengers, and the bus conductor quickly rushes over to see the mess. David is terrified. He didn't mean to do anything bad. Trying to fix the situation, he looks up and asks his dad to hand some money to the conductor uncle to repair the seat, exactly like at home. But here is the mystery. His dad has the money, and he is willing to pay for his son's mistake. But why can't he just hand cash to the person in charge of the bus? A little while later, the bus pulls over at a small highway rest stop. David, his dad, and the conductor find a table inside to sit down and talk. The conductor explains that he doesn't actually own the bus, so he cannot accept repair money directly. He introduces a new concept. The government owns the bus. And because the government owns it, the bus belongs to everyone. David is puzzled. How can one bus belong to the government and to all the passengers riding it at the exact same time? This ownership of public things is tied to a shared community fund. This bridge and this school were built using taxes. Taxes are just the money used to build and maintain the things a community shares. You can think of taxes like a giant community piggy bank. Every working adult puts a small slice of the money they earn into this bank. When thousands of people put their money together, it adds up to enough to build big things, like roads or transit buses. Since everyone's money goes into the piggy bank, everyone owns a tiny piece of it. So when David destroyed that bus seat, the government had to reach back into that everyone piggy bank to fix the mistake. Back at home, breaking a chair only hurt his dad's wallet. Out here, breaking shared property uses up resources that could have gone toward fixing other parts of the town. This makes every single citizen a member of a giant team that buys and protects the town's toys together. David realizes his mistake impacted everyone. He tells his dad he's truly sorry and promises to be careful with things belonging to others. Respecting shared property is a way of honoring the hard work every neighbor did to help build the community. Look around your own town today. What is one thing you can see that belongs to everyone? Tell us in the comments. If you liked this lesson, hit the like button and subscribe for more stories.